you want to do is just get a shovel like this, and then so you can take some of this and hack the edges. Because I need to redo my edges. So like what I did for this negative bar right here. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. To start off this project, I needed to make sure that I had a good top dressing material. So I've got a local company nearby that provides landscaping materials. I ordered a mixture of soil and sand that was fine sand and a soil that they call Nutrisoil or Nutrilon, just a really healthy soil that has a bunch of microbes and already has that built-in mycorrhizal fungi built in to really boost your lawn. I called them on Wednesday and tried to see if I can get it delivered on Friday because I figured, everybody's doing projects right now. Everybody's going to be busy. But luckily I was able to get it the very next day. So after I got that delivery on Thursday, shortly after that, I got a knock on the door from one of the neighbors across the street. It was one of the younger kids that lives pretty close by, and he saw that I'd got a big truckload of dirt and sand and came over to see if I needed any help, which, I mean, that's awesome for, a kid that's about 14 years old, almost able to drive, and he sees an opportunity to go help out a neighbor get out in the lawn and do some work, get your hands dirty. So I let him take a whirl the first time on my Alley reel mower. He's never used a reel mower before. Kind of wanted to plant that seed, just see what he would do. But he enjoyed it. He got the hang of it after a couple tries. First couple tries, he was kind of, it was taking off on him a little bit, but then I had him go the opposite direction because the whole point of this project is we were bringing the grass down low enough so that I can do a top dressing and then overseed. So as he was reel mowing, I was going over with my backpack sprayer, and I had a couple things in the backpack. I had PGR, which is plant growth regulator. Since this is an overseed project, I didn't want the existing grass that I had to grow up really, really fast because this is the time that everything's thriving and growing super fast. And so that PGR slows the growth of what's there. I don't want to get in too high where I'm constantly having to get out there and mow. I don't want to be mowing baby grass or ruining the seedlings that I've got that's possibly germinating. So slow that down, give the new seed a chance to grow in its place. By the time that wears off, the seedlings would have germinated and I would have had tall enough grass where I can mow it all together. And I had a little bit of soil type nutrients like sea kelp, fish oil, and a little bit of humic acid. So I mixed all that together. Pearson and I'll show in the video, but Pearson and I kind of took turns on who was mowing and who was spraying. So I mowed the back because I still had a little bit of rocks that I had to dodge and make sure I'm not going to run over with a reel mower. So I took over the back. Front was safe, so I knew he could take care of that. So I sprayed in the front. he sprayed in the back, and then vice versa on the real mowing. Got that done, so we cut it down to a half an inch. It's not as low as you can take Bermuda, but it was low enough for me to really get this at a height where I can just do an easy top dressing and then put that overseed Bermuda on top. I'm only putting a 1/4 inch layer on top of this. It's not a leveling project. I just want good organic material, soil, just a soil bed for that new seed to sit in. And Bermuda seed, you don't want to plant too deep. 1/4 inch, I think, is about as deep as you really want. So you want that like 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch seed depth. Yeah, so we got to finish the top dressing, do that 1/4 inch depth of the soil and sand mix, and then once we're done, hopefully it'll be late enough, and then I'm going to overseed with the Bermuda, doing Yukon Bermuda. Pretty excited about this. I did a lot of research on this. The previous years, I put down Arden 15. Arden 15 was I think it's a Pennington brand, but Arden 15 grows super, super thick. It was pretty nice, but they don't make it anymore. So I couldn't get it. I was trying to match kind of what I had before, but you know, that happens. You're not always going to get the same thing, so just kind of keep that in mind. And hopefully if you're doing Bermuda, you already bought your seed way in advance. I think I bought mine before we went into spring because I wanted to make sure that I had seed ready for the time that it needed to go out. So we're in the perfect temperatures, the perfect soil temps, air temps, lows, nightly lows, everything's matching. So perfect time. So I'm expecting 5 to 7 days of germination. Let's see about that. Oh no. I just blew a tire. Back from Lowe's. This one, goner. Definitely a goner. But one of my other wheels is missing a cap. So we'll steal that. This looks like it's going to be pretty easy to replace. Straighten that pin. Yep, already comes inflated. Cool, cool. Put the pen in the same direction I had it. Okay, no big deal. So I just finished putting out all of the topsoil, uh, top dressing on this lawn, front and back. I kind of skipped one of the sides because I'm not putting Bermuda there. Bermuda's not going to grow. It's mostly shade. It gets maybe 4 or less hours of sunlight. So I don't want to smother the cool season grass and stress it out any more than it should be right now. Um, so I'm gonna let that side go. But the other side that gets a little bit more sun, I did a little bit there, went a little bit lighter. I just wanted a little bit of that organic material there for the seed to take. So let me turn around. You know, lawn just looks like it's dirty, just full of mud. But with that contrast, that dark contrast, you can see where the Bermuda, where my original Bermuda, that's the Arden 15 Bermuda, is coming up. It will spread. It will take over if I give it enough time. It's going pretty quickly, but we just want to boost it uh, and put a little bit more seed on top to make sure that we're protecting that KBG. That's the whole point of this. I don't mind if the KBG goes a little bit dormant during this time, but I want to make sure that the Bermuda is grown in and filled in those areas before it really wants to go dormant. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's just going to fry in the heat and just die out. And then those are going to be the places that I have to overseed in the fall. So trying to get less work for later, but there it is. So got that done. It was a lot of work and the heat, it's getting hotter. I wanted to finish this today. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but working out in the heat, it makes you feel like you gotta rush and get things done just so that you can get back inside and get out of the heat and enjoy a cold beverage or some water. But I don't want to do that because I don't want to rush and then do something or forget something and mess up. This is a big project that I've been planning for quite a long time, so we're gonna pick up in the morning. I'm probably gonna water this top dressing in tonight, let it kind of sink into that grass canopy a little bit, and then maybe tomorrow morning, depending on what time I get up, but tomorrow morning we'll get up and we'll finally put the seed out. But actually, I've got a secret product that I want to put in while I'm overseeding. So hold on and you'll see what that secret product is. All right, so I'm starting this out on A3 and we'll see how it goes. I might have to dial it back a little bit because I don't want to do too much. I want to make sure I have enough for the entire yard. I think this bag covers 5 to 6,000 square feet. Let me check again, sorry. Okay, 4 to 5,000 square feet. So definitely want to make sure I'm dialing it back. And so I'll start with 3 and see how that goes. Alright guys, we are at the last step, or I guess watering is the last step. Maybe this is the second to last step, but we are planting Yukon turf type Bermuda grass. I ordered this from Hancock Seed. Uh, kind of get in as close as I can. See. So you can see it's got 49.66 pure seed and the inert matter, that 50.34%. That's the Pro Nitro Plus coating, to help you so you don't have to water as much, but we're going to be watering like crazy anyway, so we're not going to trust that. Got it here in the spreader. You see how small those seeds are. That's how you know you're putting down Bermuda. So I think bent grass might be pretty small too. Uh, but yeah, that's Bermuda for what I've put down in this lawn over the years. Bermuda is probably the smallest type seed. So let's kind of see. Okay, I've got this set to 3.5, which I just kind of did like a calibration spread or spray just to see what it looked like. And from what it looks like, that looks like a pretty good coverage. So we're going to go with that. And I've got a 20-inch mower. So it looks like from what this is spraying, it's spraying over a good radius or width of 2 stripes. So I'm just kind of going, following 2 stripes at a time with slight overlap.